Oversight Committee, Democratic Congressman Jamie Raskin of Maryland. He also was a manager for Donald Trump's second impeachment following the January 6th insurrection. So I guess the first question for you, sir, is your reaction to this federal indictment now of the former president.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised at this point. Donald Trump entered the presidency violating some essential constitutional norms by saying he would stay in business, and he ended up collecting millions and millions of dollars from foreign governments, kings and princes, in absolute violation of the Foreign Government Emoluments Clause. And then he left the presidency pilfering hundreds and hundreds of government documents, potentially violating the Espionage Act by illegally retaining national defense information. And in between, everything else was a grift and a ripoff of the public. And so, at this point, the political culture is split, as I think, you and all of your guests were saying. Some people are cheering for this incorrigible recidivist and outlaw, and some people are astonished, saying it's remarkable that we're back in this situation. But I do think that he's transformed Lincoln's party. I mean, he runs it much more like a religious cult, and he dictates to people what they're going to do. And I mean, that's the profound disappointment and shock here.
So, and again, Jonathan Lemire, a lot of the Republicans are blaming President Biden for masterminding this, which is interesting because they also claim that he can't, walk a straight line. So there's that politically, the way they're using the Biden, the narrative that they've created about Joe Biden. And also, in many ways, it seems disturbing to me because they are operating on a completely different set of facts, which has been the whole problem with the Trump presidency. If you watch different media outlets, you would think something terrible happened to a great man, and it was like a funeral. And you would watch evangelical leaders coming up saying, we stand for this president. This is a man who's been indicted in Manhattan, held liable for sexual abuse, and now indicted federally. I really don't know how far they can push this, but at the same time, here we are.
Some were asking for prayers for Donald Trump last night after this federal indictment. Congressman, Mika's right. The two major talking points we've heard from your Republican colleagues in the House so far are, number one, that this is at the behest of President Biden to wipe out a political opponent. Let's note that it was President Trump who got impeached for doing exactly that while he was in office. But secondly, that they say this is an effort to distract from their efforts to investigate Hunter Biden, which involves, indeed, the Oversight Committee of which you were a member. Can you talk to us about that charge? What is actually happening there, sir? Sure.
Let me just agree with what you just said. This is an absolute affront to the rule of law whenever there is any operation of the normal justice system to blame it on your political opponent. And the other point is just an absolute projection on their part. I think that what's been taking place over the last week or two is an attempt to distract from President Trump's legal troubles, but they've gone back to a little tidbit that was found in a federal form, and so-called FD 1023, where a confidential human source quoted an oligarch from Ukraine who said that there was corruption with Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. That was checked out by the U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Pennsylvania, Scott Brady, who was appointed in 2020 by Donald Trump's Attorney General William Barr to head up a task force of lawyers and investigators to check out this tip and Rudy Giuliani's allegations that Joe Biden had been involved in corruption in Ukraine. And that assessment of this tip came back empty-handed. They said there's no grounds to escalate this from an initial assessment to a full-blown criminal investigation or a preliminary investigation. They said there just wasn't enough there. So that was done with, but now they've gone back to Rudy Giuliani's original allegations, to this little tidbit quoting secondhand hearsay from a Ukrainian oligarch to claim that this is some kind of big new revelation or disclosure about the Bidens.
Jen.
I wanted to go back to some of the messaging we've heard from the Republicans in reaction to the indictment, and actually in the weeks before, because we hear them continue to say this is about a two-tiered justice system, as if Donald Trump has been treated unfairly. I know you have been critical of that language, but for people who are not constitutional lawyers, why is it so problematic and damaging? What should people know about what Republicans are trying to do by using that term and phrase?
Well, the idea of a two-tiered system of justice actually has, a noble intellectual tradition, and it's really about how the justice system has overwhelmingly favored people like Donald Trump, the rich, the affluent, the well-connected, the powerful, the political, against people who don't have any of those resources or social standing. And of course, that's the real bias within our justice system. They want to now flip it over to say that somehow our justice system discriminates against billionaires and the well-connected, which is absurd.
All right. Ranking member of the House Oversight Committee, Congressman James